Welcome back, everybody. Frank Moore here from YouTube. If you just found my channel by accident, please go to my website. You see it right here, BibleProphecyMan.com. And when you're there, you can download my book, The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth, for free today by clicking this link right here. Now, from time to time, I give you updates, and obviously, there's been a lot of the information about the coming Psalm war. And as you can see here, again, if you are new, this is the list of the nations that will be attacking Israel in the last days. And when you go over this list, you'll find out that the Hezbollah, and here's Hamad Abbas, who's the leader of the Hezbollah, they will be one of the people that will be attacking Israel in this next war, the Psalm 83 war. And I want to show you that according to what Paul wrote to us, he showed us that when they're calling for peace and safety, you'll see the guns here, the peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come. So let's look at it. Paul told us that the sudden destruction would come at a time when Israel is calling for peace and safety. And I'm going to quote Paul right here. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And of course, Zechariah tells us that in the last days, everybody will be coming against Israel and Jerusalem, and anybody that even burdens themselves over Jerusalem will be cut into pieces, as you can see here in this scripture in Zechariah 12:3. So we know that all the nations listed here will be coming against Israel, and they, according to the word of the Lord, will be cut into pieces. Now I'm going to show you one of the things that I've been writing about in my book is warning when the Palestinians know for sure that there's no more access to get East Jerusalem through the peace process, they will attack. And recently they submitted a full application to become a member of the United Nations. But as you can see here, they're running into trouble, and I believe that this trouble will lead to the next war. Let me read what they said here. It says, a draft report by the key UN Security Council committee obtained by Rutgers on Tuesday declared that members could not reach consensus on whether the Palestinians' UN or the UN statehood bid should be accepted. The committee was unable to make a unanimous recommendation to the Security Council, said the draft report of the Council's Committee on Admitting New Member States. It was circulated to all 15 Security Council member states. You can see Abbas obviously is pretty ticked off here, but the 4-page draft appears to confirm that the Palestinians' move to join the world body as a full member, which Western envoys said was doomed from the outset due to the U.S. vow to veto it if it ever came to a vote in the Council, is set to fail due to the Council's irreversible deadlock. The Palestinians can still call for a vote in Security Council, but diplomats say that it is not clear whether they will do so, given that Washington will likely not need to use the veto to block it. The Palestinians would score a moral victory and force Washington to cast a veto if they were able to muster 9 votes to support them in the Council. A Council resolution needs 9 votes in favor and no votes to pass, but UN diplomats say that the Palestinians have so far secured only 8 backers. And the draft report details how the Council is divided into 3 groups: those planning to support the Palestinian bid, those opposing it, and those planning to abstain from any vote in it. It does not identify the countries. So, what does this tell us? Well, obviously, you can see the tone on Abbas's face that the Palestinians are reaching the tip of the iceberg, folks. They know that the door to the UN Security Council will probably not give them their own state and to recapture East Jerusalem, which they have to get. According to their charter, it says that they have to wipe out Israel. So what does this tell us? Well, this leads us back to what I told you before in my first section here. is that it's going to lead to the sudden destruction that Paul talked about. And what destruction would that be? Well, it would be the same nations, including, as you can see here, the Hezbollah and the Gaza Strip, all of these nations that are listed here, and he's a large representative of these people. It's coming to the time where this war will take place. You're going to see more about it in the news, so just do what the Lord told you. He told us to keep on the watch. You're about to see these things come to pass.